Today, we're sharing a video that will be really interesting and useful for those of you who are looking to save money and live a more frugal lifestyle. Of course, we've all heard of the usual tips for cutting back on expenses, like cooking at home instead of eating out, or shopping sales and discounts. But there are a few habits that extremely frugal people have that might surprise you. We recently had the chance to interview a few people known for their extreme frugality. We were amazed by some of the strategies they use to save money, from reusing plastic bags and containers to negotiating for lower prices on everything from groceries to car repairs. These folks have some serious skills when it comes to stretching their budget. In this video, we'll share 12 surprising habits of extremely frugal people and give you some insider tips for frugal living. In addition, this video will provide you with ideas and inspiration for saving money and living a financially sustainable lifestyle, no matter your goals. So let's get started. 1. They barter for goods and services. When you're frugal, you know the importance of saving money for big purchases, such as buying a house or saving for retirement. In addition, you may have other savings goals like paying for your children's education or saving for a wedding, or down payment for a home. One way they save money is by bartering goods and services instead of paying for them with cash. For example, John might be particularly good at graphic design. He has a friend who is a great cook, but he doesn't have the time or energy to make dinner every night. In this situation, John could offer to trade their graphic design services for a few home-cooked meals from their friend. This would allow both parties to get something they value without having to spend any money. Not only does bartering save money, but it also helps build community and strengthens relationships. 2. They use cloth instead of paper products. Frugal people use cloth instead of paper products for several reasons. First, it can save them money in the long run. Disposable paper products can be pretty expensive, and if you use them regularly, the costs can add up. Second, using cloth instead of paper can help reduce waste. Disposable paper products often end up in the trash, taking up landfill space. By using cloth instead, you can help reduce the amount of waste that ends up in landfills. Finally, using cloth instead of paper can be better for the environment. Disposable paper products are often made from trees, which are renewable resources. However, making paper products can be quite harmful to the environment. Using cloth instead can help reduce paper production's impact on the environment. 3. They save money on cleaning services by doing it themselves. Cleaning one's own home can be time-consuming, but the money saved may be worth the extra effort for frugal people. Some frugal people may clean their own homes to save money on the cost of hiring a cleaning service, which can be expensive depending on the frequency and type of services required. Others may enjoy the sense of accomplishment that comes from doing the cleaning themselves. By cleaning their own homes, frugal people can save money on cleaning expenses and put those savings toward other financial goals. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the subscribe button. We'll be sharing more insider tips and strategies for frugal living in the future, and we don't want you to miss out. 4. They save money on furniture by building it themselves. Frugal people are always looking for ways to save money, and one way they do this is by building their own furniture. This can be a great way to get high-quality furniture at a fraction of the cost of buying it new. Plus, it's a great way to get creative and add a personal touch to your home. If you're thinking of building your own furniture, there are a few things you'll need to keep in mind. First, you'll need to make sure you have the proper tools and materials. Second, you'll need to make sure you have the time and patience to do the job right. And third, you'll need to be willing to put in the work to get a great finished product. 5. They save money on car repairs by doing them themselves. Of course, not everyone is mechanically inclined, but many online resources and YouTube videos can walk you through even the most challenging repairs. And even if you're not interested in getting your hands dirty, you can still save money by being proactive and researching before you take your car to the shop. In addition, you can avoid being overcharged or taken advantage of by knowing what repairs should cost. Plus, it's a great way to stay busy and learn something new. So next time your car needs a tune-up, don't be afraid to roll up your sleeves and do it yourself. You might be surprised at how much you can save. 6. They save money on haircuts by cutting their own hair. Some extremely frugal people save money on haircuts by cutting their own hair. This may seem like a daunting task, but with a little practice, it can be done quite easily. All you need is a sharp pair of scissors and a mirror. Start trimming the hair around your face, then move on to the back and sides. Be sure to take your time and be careful not to cut too much off. If you make a mistake, it's always better to err on the side of caution and take a little bit off rather than too much. With a little practice, you'll be able to cut your hair like a pro in no time. 7. They save money on travel by couch surfing. When traveling, staying with friends, or going to couchsurf is often more frugal and less expensive. If you plan to stay with friends or go to a place through a couchsurfing website, then you are sharing the expenses. This makes you share space and amenities like towels, showers, and food, which makes the experience much more affordable. Another benefit of couchsurfing is that you don't have to check in or out. You are free to leave whenever you want. In addition, many people who use couchsurfing websites save money on accommodation. Some sites even have special offers for long-term visitors who can't afford a hotel room. 8. They save money on clothing by sewing their own. Frugal people have the tendency to get creative in regard to saving money and reducing expenses, and many of them like to do this by altering their clothing. One way they do this is by sewing their own clothing. This is an effortless technique that anyone can learn and is also very inexpensive. There are 2 ways you can sew your own clothing. The first is to buy fabric and do the alterations yourself, or you can purchase a pattern that can be used to make alterations to an existing piece of clothing. When you're making alterations to your clothing, you'll first have to decide which part needs to be altered. For example, if you want to sew shorts, then you'll have to cut the legs off. If you sew a t-shirt, you'll have to make the sleeves smaller or remove the pockets. Once you've determined what part needs to be altered, you'll then cut out the fabric. If you buy fabric, you'll have to iron the material before cutting it out. After you've cut out the pieces, you'll then have to sew the pieces together. The second method is to purchase a pattern that you can use to alter your existing clothing. These patterns can be purchased in a variety of different sizes and styles. Patterns also come in a variety of different materials, so you can find the right one for your alterations. 9. They save money on childcare by sharing with others. One of the most significant expenses families face is childcare costs. This could be a real burden, especially for families struggling to make ends meet. Childcare costs vary depending on whether you use an in-home or a center-based provider. However, the average cost of childcare is $8,000 to $12,000 a year. Sharing childcare responsibilities is one way to cut down on the cost of childcare. For example, one frugal mom told us that her family shared childcare responsibilities with their friends to save costs. She said, "We would let our friends know what we wanted, and they would take care of our children while we were busy working." Some frugal families share childcare responsibilities to free up time to work and earn more money. For example, frugal parents might have a set schedule to keep their kids during the day. 10. They save money on entertainment by borrowing books, movies, and music. The entertainment industry makes a lot of money by selling us new products, so we feel like it is natural that we are so attached to our phones, computers, TVs, and other electronic devices. This attachment creates a huge need for spending on entertainment, and the average person spends around $200 on entertainment each month. So frugal people have found ways to cut down on their entertainment costs. For example, instead of buying a book, they might look at the library and borrow it. Or instead of paying to watch a movie or play a video game, they might share a friend's copy of the same movie or game with them for free. 11. They take advantage of free activities. Frugal people are often willing to try something new, even if it means attending a free event that might not be perfect. They understand that free events offer a great opportunity to explore others' interests and maybe even find a new hobby. Additionally, free events are usually less structured than paid events, which is okay because they are open to people of all ages and backgrounds. 12. They save money on healthcare by being proactive. According to a survey, around 20% of Americans do not get regular checkups. These people may have conditions that can lead to serious health problems if not caught early. This means they are at risk of developing chronic diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. Unfortunately, many people are unaware of their risk factors, so it is important for them to get a full physical exam every year. They can also ask their doctor for advice about preventive measures. Many frugal people are taking proactive measures to avoid expensive medical bills. For example, they may use preventive medicine, including vaccines and mammograms, and follow a healthier lifestyle, such as avoiding unhealthy foods and keeping active. However, it is also essential to seek care when needed. For example, if someone gets a cut that needs stitches, they should visit their doctor immediately. If you want to save money and live a more frugal lifestyle, you will want to see our next video, How I Cut Down My Overspending by 90% in just 3 months. In this video, you'll learn about the habits and strategies that extremely frugal people use to save money and live frugally. Then get tips and ideas for implementing these strategies in your